Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Lelyo, and I just want to go over a charter quote that we've got coming up for a recent client. And it kind of really exemplifies the different levels of charter. A lot of people think charter is super expensive and unaffordable, when in reality, there's a wide range of pricing that you could go to. And so, what I like about what we have here in this quote is that it shows that you can go from a jet that most people kind of think is where you start at, all the way down to a piston plane, a dual piston plane, where the pricing, is half. So this is a great example for people who are getting started in charter. You might think you need a jet or, a huge Gulfstream as opposed to this light jet that we're looking at right here. But in truth, you may be able to charter and experience private aviation with something a little different. So this is Citation S2. It's an old legacy Citation. It's roughly going to be 18 grand. This person's going to be going from St. Pete, Florida to Key West, Florida. It's roughly an hour to 2 hour trip, depending on the plane that you're looking at. So this is a jet. This is a light jet. It's a legacy jet. It's an older jet. You want something newer. You want something nice. You're going to pay maybe 20 grand, 21 grand for a light jet to go roughly an hour. Okay. So, and this is a round trip, by the way. So this is getting them there, coming back, and then coming back to pick them up. So this is a 7-passenger light jet going about 400 knots, about an hour to Key West. So you're looking about 18 grand. Now, before I continue on, I hope this information is helpful. I want you to go to theultimatejetguide.com and check out our ultimate guide for charters. I'm going to share with you the top tips and tricks that you need to be aware of when choosing a charter broker, as well as working with a charter operator. Now, let's go. We could also look at a PC-12, which is a single-engine turboprop, which is still super fast, 290 knots. So it's going to be about an hour and 10 minutes. So it's going to take a little longer. But what's cool about this one is it's got that light jet, kind of cabin feel. You're taking up to 7 passengers. It's a fantastic airplane. So we've already saved $3,000 just by, instead of looking at a jet, we're going to look at a turboprop. Like a PC-12, which is a phenomenal, very commonly used charter aircraft. Let's go to something still a jet, but smaller. Maybe you don't need 7 passengers. This is a 4-passenger Vision jet. So what's really interesting about this one is, you can put 4 people in the back, 5 people if you got a small person, and then you've got your pilot and such. This is $12,000. It's going to take about an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes. So it's almost the same speed as the PC-12. I mean, it's technically a little bit faster because it is a jet. It's smaller, so you're a little bit more fuel efficient, and it's a smaller experience if you don't need that many passengers. Flying, to the Keys for 12 grand, both ways, that could make sense to you. And roughly we're talking about an hour, 2-hour flight, kind of a thing. Let's take a look at, last but not least, we've got a Piper Navajo. Now, this is a 7-passenger Piper Navajo. This is both ways. Again, it can take up 7 passengers, 200 knots. So we're going to be a little bit slower. It's going to be about a 2-hour trip from point A to point B. But in this regard, we're light years ahead of driving, to the Keys, because it would take hours and hours and hours. So again, just wanted to show you kind of the range that you can have when it comes to chartering a private aircraft. You don't have to think jet right away. We've got options, and there's some options that could be even cheaper than this for both trips. Again, keep in mind, this is for your entire trip. This is going to get you there and bring you back home. And don't forget that your time is going to cost, your experience, where it's just going to be you, rolling up to the aircraft and going when you're ready. You can bring your bags right there, no TSA. You get, some of these have flight attendants available. You're getting to know the pilot, and you're just enjoying your own personal time. It's about that quality of time, not just, what you're spending. And yes, I mean, I get it, 9 grand is nothing to sneeze at, but at the same time, all the stress, what good is saving, a couple $100 when you arrive at your business meeting or arrive at your vacation and you're in a cranky mood? It's like almost not even worth it, at that point. So wanted to share this with you. For more information, you can definitely check out charter.theultimatejetguide.com, and we'll catch you later.